Okay, I don't know why we were offline, and I don't know how long we were offline, but I just want to show you what I was just looking at and talking about while you weren't listening to me. Pied-billed grebe, I believe, and these look like mallards, and then these looked like, and I told you about the spot behind the bill that Dave has shown us and told us about. So these, I believe, are blue-winged teals. That white is getting more prominent, but that grebe, well, grebe's no longer in view. So anyway, we're going to move along though, and hold on, what's going on here? I guess something, something popped up, I'm not sure what it was, and then it dropped out of view, and now I believe I saw an American goldfinch, but I thought I saw something else, and I don't see it now, and I don't know where it went. I don't know where that other thing is. So we're going to move along. Time is running out and the rain is picking up just a little bit. Let me close all the windows for just a... Oh, can't do that. Just going to close all the windows. And, you know, if the rain isn't bad now, but if it picks up a lot, what we'll do is maybe we'll cut things short and I'll just head back to Ithaca and resume from there, rather than, you know, I don't want to sit here in the rain. Just because it is getting late. I mean, it's 3:34 according to the clock, and you only have so much time in the day. You know, it's not June anymore, where it's like, okay, you know, 9 o'clock, 9:15, it gets dark. Things get dark a lot earlier than that. But, you know, and I've mentioned that, you know, August, and now it's obviously early September, can be in some ways the, you know, my least favorite time of year. But, you know, these shorebirds have been really interesting to see. And but, you know, I don't normally get such an opportunity to see them, you know, not like that. You normally, it's from those long distances, but this has been you know, really good these last few weeks. And but also, you know, we just saw the American bittern, and, you know, there have been times in like August or early September, you know, the times that maybe are not the best, in my opinion, but you can, you know, still get that good sighting. There may not be as many birds around and vocalizing and everything, but you can still get those good sightings. It's sometimes a matter of luck and patience. You know, sometimes you don't have either. Certainly been times, you know, for us like that, but every once in a while, when you get like a, you know, an American bittern or something, nicely in view. I see a great egret out there. I see a great blue heron out there. I see some ducks out there well in the distance. I'm a little hesitant to try to get them on camera just because of the rain. But we'll do that. And we'll see if we can make a few tweaks here. A couple adjustments and maybe protect ourselves from the rain. Just a quick look, so I'm not even going to shut off the car just yet unless I find a need to get everything super steady. So the great egret is over here somewhere. Well, you see it now. It's behind the plants that are in the way. And then farther out, you can see, by the way, all the swallows flying around. I'm going to shut off the engine. Okay. Not sure who this is. Looks like it might be another blue-winged teal. Oh, maybe. Well, I don't know. That's my guess. I believe so. Pied-billed grebe. There's the great blue heron that I mentioned. That could very well be the same one we saw earlier that flew along near the American bittern. I don't know. I really don't know. Kind of doubt it, but you never know. Someone's vocalizing. I'm not sure who it is. Okay, these are the guys I wanted to see. Oh, these might be... Are they... They're coots. Okay. Hi, coots. American coot. You can see the one, at least one adult, and the others must be young. They look a little smaller and everything, and a little bit different coloration. More of a white wash along the neck and breast, I think. They're not ducks. And the rain is picking up. The rain that wasn't forecast. Okay. Who's this? That looks like a duck. That looks like a wood duck. Wood duck. And is that a wood duck also? It looks like one. Alright, I'm going to bring this into the car because it's getting all wet, and I'm going to... I just want to take a quick look with binoculars, okay? Oops. So hold steady and look at the car door. Quite honestly, I'm really not seeing anything. We're going to switch cameras, I think. And instead of looking at the car door, you're going to look at the front windshield. Okay, let's close the window a little bit. And it's not, again, it's not raining hard, but it's raining enough. Maybe it sounds worse than it really is. Okay. There's always a chance we're missing a lot on one side or the other because the vegetation along the roads is tall and I can't see over it all. In fact, I can hardly see over any of it. Those are the brakes. That's Montezuma for you. And I don't say that in a complaining way. I mean, there's, I'm fine with it being tall, for the purpose of not disturbing the birds. I see what looks like a gallinule, a young gallinule in the distance over here. Young common gallinule. But anyway, I mean, yes, maybe it's better for the birds, but in terms of bird watching, maybe not so good. But that's how it is. Montezuma involves challenges. Any location will, but Montezuma involves challenges: distance, lighting. Sometimes you can do something about those. Maybe be here at a different time of day for lighting. Distance, unless you have special permission, there's only so much you can do. Maybe improve your optics, but that's just about it. But even there are times, though, even with the most powerful of optics, you wouldn't be able to help yourself because you get heat distortion. There's a limit. Another great blue heron on the right-hand side, kind of walking along the edge of the taller grasses. I would love to see something like a black-crowned night heron or something like that, and they may be here, but it's just difficult to see them because of the tall grasses that I was just talking about. Haven't seen them really flying around here lately, but over the course of this spring and summer, we've seen them in flight sometimes, maybe in the distance, but not necessarily right here. I haven't seen any raptors since we arrived here today. We did see plenty. I didn't show them all to you, but we saw. Oh, what's that? Canada geese. Saw a number of raptors really at Knox Marcellus, including the peregrines. We saw at least 2 peregrines, by the way. Maybe not. I didn't show them both to you, but it was afterwards. Actually, there's a line of cars behind me, by the way. Of course, I didn't show them all to you, but there were quite a fair number of turkey vultures overall. And did see an eagle before we started. So I guess really it was mostly the turkey vultures. See some more mallards. The skies may be clearing up a bit. let's stop here for a few moments and look around with the other camera. A couple things I wouldn't mind looking at. If we can. We may not be able to. Uh-oh. Okay. Might not be able to. These might be black ducks, I'm not sure. American black ducks. Maybe not. No, probably not. Well, probably not. And yeah, mallards, I think. Okay. I saw something else. I've got to find it again. Well, in the meantime, there's some grebes near closer by. If I can get those. Pied-billed grebes. And let me find that other thing, whatever it was, that I saw that really made me want to look anyway. Well, there's a couple things, but I don't see it now. It was in that area. It must have... I think that's it. Oh, shoot. Probably a pied-billed grebe, I wasn't sure. Yes, okay. All right, let's let's move on. I'm going to leave this camera attached. There's a nice clear, well, relatively clear area vegetation-wise, but you've got people in the way. other cars. And what do we have here? Let's stop right here for a few minutes. Well, hold on. We've got human beings outside of vehicles that really shouldn't be outside of vehicles. Okay, starting here somewhere. That looks like a blue-winged teal. I think it's a blue-winged teal. Notice that white? I should have stopped doing that. Oh, and some other ducks just came in for a landing. Even closer. Yes, more blue-winged teals. We may have already seen them, but I believe they're all teals. Yep, see that blue? That you can see a little bit of that blue on the wing. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful look? That one flashed it too. So blue-winged teals. Yes, yes. Hearing the cronk of a we do have some vegetation in the way. Okay, let me adjust things so I can look more easily. People behind us making noise, I think. Oh, there's a wood duck. And stop that first. And these look like, are they more blue-winged teals? They look like it, although I'm not positive, I'm pretty sure. The closer blue-winged teals are right here still. Right here. But looking out farther, who's making all that noise? That looks like a wood duck. Another, and, it's possible we saw them earlier. I don't know. Wood duck. Wood duck. That's another wood duck. Male. Oh, who are these? Are they mallards? I think they're mallards. At least the one on the left looks like a mallard. I'm not sure about. I believe so. And These are more wood ducks here. In the air, what do I see in the air? Hold on one second. Two Canada geese. Great blue heron just came in for a landing from, I don't know where it was before. Okay, we're starting to run out of clear viewing area because of the grasses. We have two great blue herons in view, kind of, sort of, well, one definitely, which is out here. High-bill grebe there. So we're going to move on. Monarch butterfly flying above the car. And let's keep going. Oh, hold on. Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay, more in front of that great blue heron that I'm not showing you is looks like some mallards, and then farther out, way out there, I'm thinking it's a double-crested cormorant, way out there. Ferris. Hold on, I don't know if it's there. I've got to look. Yeah, I think I have it. Okay. It was spreading its wings, now it's not. But that's a double-crested cormorant right there. Not our best view, so I'm going to just keep moving. I say it's double-crested. I assume it is. I'm not positive. Ooh. Just an interesting sky. Okay. Let's stay with this camera for the moment. Oh! Hold on, I think I just saw a wren. Shaped, I should say. I don't know if it was a marsh wren or not, but it was wren-shaped. Flew across the road, and I'll see if I don't know exactly where it landed, and I don't know if it's in view. I thought it may have been a marsh wren, but I'm not positive. I'm not sure what it was. It was a small bird, so about the right size, I would say. I don't see it, of course. I don't see it. Flew across the road and into the vegetation here, and I don't know what it was, but it had brown on the back, a whitish belly and breast, from what I could tell, and it just seemed to have the proportions of and shape of a wren, as opposed to, let's say, a sparrow. Again, I could be wrong, but I don't see it, so we're going to move on. I do occasionally see a gull flying around over the channel to our right. This won't be a great view, but... Oh! great blue heron just took off, and now it's chasing after another great blue heron. Or at least following it, I should say. Closer to home. I'd say looks like young common gallinule to me. And let's see what these guys are here. I'm guessing wood duck, but I'm not positive. Let me take a look. Look like wood ducks to me. And closer to those, who are they? Those are not mallards. I think they're pintails. I think they're northern pintails. See that grayish bill, the long grayish bill, the long necks? Just beautiful birds. I'm pretty sure, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure they're pintails. They're not in breeding colors. If they were, especially the male, it'd be an easy identification for me. That looks like, oh, wood duck there, blue-winged teal there, I believe. And again, back to the pintails. Maybe not entirely a surprise. We saw pintails at Knox Marcellus last week. So I'm glad we stopped to look at them. Bird, every bird. The point is, and I didn't make that up. I did not make that up. But the point is, you know, if you dismiss a bird, you might, oh, those are mallards, and you know, but it may not be a mallard. It may be, you know, a duck that you're not expecting to see. One or two more looks, and then I think we're going to move on. If you haven't figured it out, if you haven't tuned in before, northern pintails are a favorite of mine. Especially to see, you know, in breeding colors the males. Okay, now looking elsewhere, we may have already seen some of these, and somebody's closer by. It looks like a pied-billed grebe by its shape, which is, in case you're new, not a duck. Okay, let me look around a little bit with binoculars. Okay, we're going to keep moving and doing the best we can. I'm going to leave this camera in place. And we may not stop completely and shut down the car and everything. I shut down the car, in case you didn't realize, just to minimize the vibrations that are making their way into the camera. I'd assume just, if I could, I'd just leave the engine running. It'd be easier, but sometimes when we want a slightly better look, we don't have a choice. I have to shut down everything. Okay, who are these guys? Probably, if I had to guess, they're blue-winged teals. Pretty birds. They really are beautiful birds. Shoot. Okay, let's take a quick look at these while we can. I think we're seeing, and some of these may be the same. We may be seeing some of the same blue-winged teals we saw already. That's my bet. Let's keep moving. again, for me, that marker that Dave told us about is that little bit of white, light coloring behind the, behind the bill on the cheek. And I'm not even so sure if it's male or female, but that's what I'm kind of keying in on. I believe. Okay, and I'm certainly not an expert on birds. I'm just doing this because I have fun doing it, and I like seeing the birds, and I like to share them with you as best I can. So that water is somewhat deep. You can see just because of the great blue heron is in up to its feathers, and you can't see its legs. We have some mallards, I believe. Pied-billed grebe. And hold on, I've got to reposition things here. Fairly dark, juvenile, looks like, I believe, common gallinule, but a fairly dark one, so looks like it's getting a lot of that adult coloration. All right, let's keep going. And it, by the way, just moved off of that vegetation. I think blue-winged teals again. Another thing is, as I believe Dave maybe has mentioned, and we've talked about before, sometimes it's a matter of behavior. Maybe you can't see the bird very well, but behavior can be a clue. And some ducks, for instance, are diving ducks, others are not. And you don't usually see wood ducks, for instance, diving. So if you see a duck and it's diving clearly and going under the water for extended periods of time and then coming back up, all right, that it's not, most likely not a wood duck. It's probably one of the various diving ducks that we see that dive for their food. So if you're not getting a good look, but at least you can see what the general behavior is, sometimes that can help you at least to exclude, various species from consideration. Looking at more teals. And that is a pied-billed grebe by those things. Okay. Oh boy, it's 10 after, well, 12 after 4. We're in trouble. We're in trouble, time-wise. There's some gulls out there. A gull just landed on the water, but I then took off before I could get a look at it. It was nice to see that Bonaparte's gull earlier today at Knox Marcellus. That looks like a pied-billed grebe. Oh, and someone just dove there. Probably a pied-billed grebe. So, I mean, the diving, for instance, maybe you can't tell it's a duck, but at least you know it's not, you know, a mallard, for instance. Let me look with binoculars a bit. 1 second. I do see some Canada geese out there. And I see a northern harrier. Let's see if I can get it. First harrier I've seen today, but I don't see it now. I don't know where it is, but it was along those distant grasses. Maybe we'll see it again if we're lucky. Didn't see any at Knox Marcellus, but just saw one now, so that's good. Now, maybe I haven't been keeping a good enough eye out for them, but I haven't seen any eagles here, any ospreys here. Nobody flying around. Just heard an American goldfinch. So I'm thinking if the northern harrier is still around, it's probably around here. I don't see it, but okay, let's keep moving. I wish we had had a chance to see the bobolinks that were there at Knox Marcellus. Now, in speaking with Dave, he said, you know, this time of year they're all, you know, no breeding colors, so they're all, you know, yellowish. But I still would have liked to have seen them. Hold on a second. Oh, I just saw a bald eagle in the air. It looks like an adult. This is through the windshield, so it's not the best, but that is bald eagle. Good to see. Oh, just turned. Well, It looked like it was just going left to right and then kind of held up, and for some reason now it's out of view. Okay, let's continue on. I'm going to leave that camera in place, I guess, for now. Switching as necessary. I kind of touched on this earlier. I meant to, continue, but in talking about the time of year, late August, early September, it isn't necessarily the best, as I was saying. And there have been times we've come up here, later than this, maybe like second or third week of September. Into the teens or in the early 20s in terms of the dates, and it hasn't been all that great. If you're expecting migration, well, it's still early yet, but at least the way shorebirds are working this year, the shorebird viewing, at least there at Knox Marcellus, has been pretty decent, and I'm sure at other places too, depending on who is scaring whom and all that. And unfortunately, though, we're normally limited to the regular viewing areas. We're not allowed to go. We're not allowed to go elsewhere. So in a way, we're kind of being spoiled by the shorebirds we're seeing. And instead of seeing them from the road there, East Road, where we've had some decent views. Like, they've been challenging, certainly with wind or with sunlight, in the wrong direction, but we've done our best. So I think the plan for today is, when we're done here, or nearly done, I don't know if I'll even go all the way to the end of Wildlife Drive, just like last week. We'll shut down, and then I'll drive to Ithaca, and then we can resume from there. If it weren't so late, I'd probably consider going to some other areas, but it's late. It's 21 minutes after 4, and it does take me a while to pack up and drive to Ithaca, so funny. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but just funny how water worked out here this year. I think I see nothing. Let me just double check and make sure. Yep, that's nothing. In the channel to my left, I think there's usually water, but I think it's partly a factor of the vegetation because they drain the pool. But I mean, I see no, from here anyway, I see no standing water. But it's not as if, you know, the whole pool has been drained. As we were just looking a short while ago, there's a fair amount of water out there. By the way, to the right, I should be showing you some of this, I'm sorry. It looks like it's essentially just dry. I mean, no water, no standing water that I can see at all. I'm not saying there are no birds there, but I have a feeling there aren't too many. On a relative basis, anyway. Just a lot of tall grasses. There may be birds hiding in those tall grasses and making use of them in one way or another, but not within our view. Grass. Oh, there's grass over there. Grass everywhere, and that's all we're seeing here. Grass is, or whatever you want to call it, wild plant. But nothing in terms of water or birds. I'll say this: as soon as I reach the area up here, you know, just you know, approaching. You know, Greater Montezuma or whatever, however you want to call it. I was like, boy, looks like the leaves have already started turning here, but maybe that's not quite true. Degrees with you know, temperatures a little cooler, kids going back to school, days getting shorter. I mean, it almost feels as if, like, okay, summer really is over. It's Labor Day weekend. But as I was saying last week, I mean, we still likely have some summer left, some summery weather, you know, warm days in September. We can have some cool days too, certainly. But you know, it's not like it's all over and it's going to be snowing tomorrow. If you think about it, I mean, sure, we sometimes have those early snowfalls in November. Real, you know, real snow. It's usually not around all that long, but sometimes it is. I mean, you know, we often have December. It's like, we get through December and it's like, okay, well, we still haven't seen really any snow at all. So, I mean, all depends. I'm not sure what I'm hearing. I certainly don't see it. I have a feeling I'll be closing up here very shortly. Unless something comes along. Actually, a few ducks in there now. At least 3 here. Not sure what they are. And then there's another one that went the other way. Don't see any of them. I don't see that one now. This is really, I mean, it's not just the time of year. You know, all these grasses here, I mean, even if there were a lot of birds there, it would be difficult to see them. It's a disappointment in that regard. I see somebody on the ground there. Who are they? We're gonna have to look. Okay. Oh, they're probably mallards. Okay. Thought they might be something else, but probably mallards. And then over to the right, just popping into view, is a wood duck. Female, by the way. All right, let's leave this camera in place for the moment, just in case we see something. And then I think we're going to close up very shortly, and I'm going to head to Ithaca. I thought I saw something. Wait 1 second. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there's somebody there. Is it a grebe? Hey. Notice it's diving, so I mean it's a possibility that it's a grebe or a diving duck. Looks like a grebe. Okay. So again, like, you know, size, we couldn't compare it against anything else because it was all by itself. But just seeing that it dove, you know, mallards, for instance, do not ordinarily dive. You know, not on a regular basis, and not like, you know, other than for like swimming, or I'm sorry, for bathing purposes or whatever. But you might see, any sort of duck, I guess, even the non-diving ducks, maybe splashing in the water in a special way. I mean, I've seen that with Canada geese, for instance. Much else in view here. I'll say this, I mean, although it's quiet here at the end, as it has been for a while now, I've enjoyed this drive on Wildlife Drive. I mean, seeing the American bittern was nice. We've been lucky over the years now to see American bitterns pretty well on a few occasions, but to me it's still always special to see them. Okay, see a few ducks. Let me see if I can maybe reposition the car just a little bit so I can angle to them and you can maybe see them. Oh, hold on. Before I go there, let's take a look at whatever is over here. Look like mallards. Okay, and over here somewhere not sure, I might have to shut off the engine. I think they might, oh, well, that one looks like a wood duck. I believe they're wood ducks. Okay. I believe they're wood ducks. Alright, let's keep going just a little bit. And then I'm going to close up, I think, unless we see something spectacular. I was glad when we were watching the, oh, there's another great egret. When we were watching the, oh, two. Actually, there's one and one. One way out here. Hold on a second. So one great egret out here, and there's another one to our right. I didn't, because of the shorebirds and other things, I didn't maybe spend as much time as I might have otherwise on the great egrets at Knox Marcellus today. There were, several of them there, quite a few actually, and they were nice to see, certainly. Kind of wish I were going to Van Dyne Spoor just to double check things there, but we don't have the time. And then there's another great egret over, I don't know if I can show it to you or not, right there. Not close either, but it's there. And maybe we'll get a better view of it, I'm not sure. Hold on. All right, let's move. There are people in the viewing area here, where the where the eagle is, the eagle statue, and a lot of them look like they're taking photos as best they can, maybe of the egret, if I had to guess. Oh, near the egret. Is there a duck near the egret? Looks like a wood duck. Okay. Shoot, I shouldn't have driven as far as I just did, because the egret is now not in great view. Okay, everybody, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to shut things down now, drive to Ithaca, and then resume from there. I'd say our rough start time is 10 after 6, more or less. Okay, everybody, 10 after 6 in Ithaca. Let's see if you got the message. Okay, you have the message. Okay, everybody, I will see you all in a little while.